it, I almost cut off the ball end. Oh, so used to restringing Floyd's, you know. That'd have been something. I'd have cut that out so you guys didn't see that blunder. But I didn't make it. You know why? Why I almost did that? Because I'm thinking about that chuck roast. All right. Hey, what's up? In a recent video right here, I was playing some bass on this bad boy right here, LTD B204. And I mentioned that I was going to be doing a restringing on it and said, would anybody be interested in seeing that? And, you know, a handful of you guys spoke up and said that you'd like to see it. So here we are. Let's do this. These are the best, I think. I love restringing basses. I don't get to do it too often, or, you know, just don't find myself doing it too often, but I love it because they're the easiest. Simple bridges, only 4 strings, no Floyds to deal with, no locking nuts, no anything like that. They generally stretch out and tune up super quick, so hopefully this goes quickly here. As I mentioned in that last video, this one hasn't been restrung since September 5th of 2021. So needless to say, it is beyond due. And this isn't gonna be like any tutorial of sorts or anything like that. I mean, if you wanna learn how to restring basses, you'll certainly pick up a thing or two from this video, but I figure, you know, we'll just shoot the shit. Just gonna restring this and we'll see what happens along the way. So let's get started. Of course, I'm putting on some string joys here. My preferred gauges, 45 through 105. Appreciate the string joy guys sending me these. I'm excited to open them up and feel them. In fact, well, we'll save that for when the time comes. But right now, let's get these off. String winder barely fits. I'm gonna take them all off at the same time so that I can polish the fretboard a little bit and do like a nice cleaning because it's due, as I mentioned. So, and with no Floyd to deal with, you know how it is. It's just easy to do it this way. Ooh, I feel these tuners are a bit loose, so we'll have to tighten those up. I love stuff like that, you know, just finding stuff along the way and fixing it along the way. But this bass, little history about it, dude, it's a killer bass. It's my go-to anytime I'm tracking. I have a couple ESP LTD surveyors, which were, I think their line, I don't know, maybe like around 2010, 2011, something like that, that they were pushing those, and I got a couple of those, which I liked. And then probably around, I don't know, 2017 or so, I asked ESP for a couple more basses for working on some elite stuff. And I just by sight alone, just looking on the website, I chose that Frank Bello bass, which is amazing. It's definitely the coolest looking bass I have. The thing is so pretty, so pristine. Got a video on that. And then this one, I just like the look of it. And the 200 line, I gotta say, I think is probably like they're kind of like entry-level line, you know, the 200 guitars, LTDs, stuff like that. They're inexpensive, ultra affordable, and can get anybody into it. And I'm not blowing any smoke when I say this. You know, this does not feel like what you'd think like an entry-level bass would feel like. I'm gonna guess the price point on this. I have no idea what it costs or anything, but I'm gonna guess it's in the, I don't know, maybe $700 range when it was new. And again, I'm being completely honest here. This thing feels like a $2,000 instrument. It's so solid, plays great, and sounds great. So I get the question all the time about what I think the differences are between ESP and LTD. And I'll say what I always say, that I have many Japanese-made ESPs and many LTDs from wherever they're from, Korea, Indonesia. I think most of mine are from Korea, but that's not important to me. It's just how it looks, plays, and feels. That's what's most important to me personally. I understand it's a big deal for other guys, and that's cool. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, we're gonna wanna tighten those up. But let's see, where's this one made? China. Oh, I didn't know that. So Yeah, I got them from all over the place, you know? But as I always say, I could use any one of them on stage or in the studio, just interchangeably at any time, because they all feel killer to me, at least all the ones I own. Maybe they send me special ones. I doubt it. But this one has just served me well. Not only does it look badass, but like I said, it plays badass, and so it's just become my favorite. I got a lot of comments about that Frank Bello one, people saying that it must be like a special one or something based on the specs that I said when I tried it out, but it looks just like a normal stock LTD one to me. Supposedly there are ESP models. So some people are saying that it has like ESP components, even though it's got the LTD badge. So I have no idea. And that one's great looking, but this one, maybe I've just spent more time with this one. I don't know. But I just really like it. And it's due for a setup. All right, looking good. Let's tighten. Tighten up these things real quick. This is not the proper tool, but I don't have the proper tool handy. I don't want to scratch those. That's all she needed. Nice and tight. And kind of going out of my usual order here. While we're back here, just gonna put a fresh 9-volt in, if necessary. Do the old tongue test and find out. So, comment below if you're a bass player. There's not enough of you out there. Always a tough guy to find when you're trying to get a band together, you know. But I know you guys are out there. And I hate when these battery things are a bitch to get out. There we go. Look at that. Nice little Velcro thing, and hold that in. Yeah, power peak. Man, it's tucked in there. Power peak, does it have a date on it? I mean, like a factory date. 2019, maybe 2019 BF. Best four, best, I don't know. What the hell? Let's put a new one in. Throw an install date on this. Today is 5/20. Yep, I fucked that up. Not gonna be able to read that. 5/20/24. Everybody that knows me know that's my system, so I know that it was installed on that date. So if I ever go back and wonder, now I know. Oh yeah. All right. right. That's done. Let's get into these string joists here. Looking good. So again, these are 45 through 105, which, oh yeah. So that is a 45, a 65, an 85, and a 105. Why do I like those? I don't know, other than that's what Jim LaMarca played for a long time on his 4 strings, and they always felt good to me. So that's what I go with. Recently in a comment, somebody asked, what tuning do I go for? So it's the same for in drop C, low to high, C, G, C, F. Obviously no AD, that'd be the second and first string. So C, G, C, F, low to high, for drop C. And in a 5-string case, you just have the A on there. At least that's how we would do it. All right. My black is going to be the thickest there. All right, so the hardest part about this, in my opinion, is wrapping this guy around here and knowing how much to leave. See that? I don't know if you can see, but there's actually a hole down in there. So I'm gonna take a risk and cut this at about the length, I think. Maybe like that. Oh, please. All right, took a risk. That's still good. I'm gonna go in. This is the way I used to do it. In like the, yes, okay. Now like that. Now that sucker is in there. All right. Give it a nice stretch. So I'll demonstrate that in the hole method again in a moment when we get the next one going. Now that I know what I'm doing, all right, so that worked well. Get about that much. Boom. So we're gonna go straight down and then around like that. Pull it tight. Money. Super easy. Just took me a sec to get started on that first one, you know? Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. Dude, I got a chuck roast in the oven upstairs. It's already been in for about 2.5 hours. And when it gets around this time, usually let it go about 3.5 hours. Just salt and pepper, nice 3-pounder, 330 degrees for about 3.5 hours. Oh. But around this time, it starts smelling fantastic. And dude, I'm starting to smell it. Whew, I wish you guys could smell it. It's so killer. I saw this video on Instagram. Maybe I'll like put a little screen cap of it here for anybody who's interested. But I saw this and I'm like, man, that looks so good. I'm gonna try that. And I did, and I've probably made it like 15 or 20 times now over the past year or so. And bro, I'm telling you, you just shred it once it gets out. Like I said, just salt and pepper, but there's so many great things. Just eating it straight up is fantastic. I put it on quesadillas, in pitas, like toasted pita, tacos. It's the shit. I thought about making a video about it, but you know, this is really like a guitar channel and a music channel, and I thought, I don't know. But I'm telling you about it now, see? No one else is gonna know except you, the special guys or gals that are tuned into this bass restringing video. And you walk away with a sick ass chuck recipe. One little game I play with myself sometimes is like I don't have the tuner hooked up yet. I'm just going totally by ear. I'm not even really trying to tune. I'm just getting them stretched and put on. But when I go to plug the tuner in, I'm often like surprised at how close it is, just with no reference whatsoever. You guys ever do that? Oh shit, I almost cut off the ball end. Oh fuck. So used to restringing Floyds, you know. That'd have been something. I'd have cut that out so you guys didn't see that blunder. But I didn't make it. You know why? Why I almost did that? Because I'm thinking about that chuck roast. All right, back to business here. So you see how I'm doing this? Somebody interested? I'm getting just eyeballing about how much room I'm gonna want, how much wrap is gonna go around, and I'm sure you can see those. These are all just perfect. So getting lucky with about how much room I want. Oh, fuck. We just got like a little power surge or something. But everything seems to still be going. My computer audio and stuff like that. I learned the hard way, dude, back when my old studio downtown, this old ass building was built in like the 20s where I was at. And like power would just flicker or go off all the time just for no reason. So I got one of these big, like, I forget what it is, like Acer, like power backup battery things. So like, and I learned to hook my Pro Tools up to it. And so I just have the main things like my computer and stuff, record my audio and stuff going to it. Or so I don't just lose a bunch of stuff that I was recording in Pro Tools or whatever. So, but I just heard it kick on, which means like the power in the house like must have like flickered or something right now. But thank God I had that hooked up. So, hey, just a little tip there. If you're serious about recording, you want to make sure, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Just hope this is like just be like a fun video, you know, nothing too serious. There's no other pure form of entertainment like watching another guy restring a bass. You know what I mean? Doesn't get any better than that. Comment below if you agree. All right, let's see. I could sound like a total idiot here if I'm not right. This is supposed to be drop C. D. C sharp. So I was in the ballpark. Look. It's pretty damn close. That one came up as A. So it's just whole step off. Pretty close. A little harder with bass, you know? Much lower register. I guess that game I was talking about is typically with guitar. Not trying to make excuses. Still think I was pretty close. Can you guys see that tuner? Who am I asking? As if somebody, you can be like, yeah, I see it. Another awesome thing about restringing bass is that intonation on a bridge like this is just so easy. So we'll give it a quick intonation, even though, honestly, I would like to get these strings stretched out a ton more, because that's how you really want to do it. Brand new strings, make sure your neck's straight how you want it. These strings feel really nice. Haven't played it yet. We'll plug in and play it first. Maybe playing around, we'll get it broken in, and then we'll check out a little intonation for those interested. It's gonna be so easy on a bridge like this. Okay, pretty darn close there. I have rigged up that Trivium amp knob we used from that original video there. So that's what we're gonna hear right now. Oh yeah. Grab a strap. All right. Plug anything up here. All right. Good to go? Oop. What should I play? What do you guys want to hear? Something like that. Anyways, strings feel great. Kind of springy, like I said when I first put on those string joys on that. What was that? Oh, the RA3. Action feels great. Kind of I have to do like translations in my head of like where. Okay, it's just root notes for power chords. Maybe. Let's see. How about Doesn't come quite as quick on bass. Something different, you know? How about, let's see. Can't think of anything cool right now. I'm kind of stumped. I should have stretched it out. Let's check out this tuning. Thanks for putting up with that little shitty impromptu jam sesh. We're almost done here, guys. I figured this video would be about 10 or 12 minutes, but I guess it's gonna be a little longer, especially if we get into intonation here. So we're just gonna try a quick intonation lesson. I'm not gonna go crazy. Again, because these aren't stretched out. Okay. So, you want the tuner to be as perfect as possible. I mean, the string to be in as perfect tune as possible. But if it isn't, if it's a little bit flat, a little bit sharp, you just have to make the fretted 12th note the same. So of course you want it as close as possible, but that's harder on a bass. You know, it's for it to register those low notes and get it perfect. But let's take this higher C, for instance. Okay, that's a good one we can get. Let's just start with that. So it's registering. Hopefully y'all can see that. Maybe I'll zoom in. Yeah, I'll zoom in on that. Hopefully you can see. So that's registering under the perfect C. So what's our 12th fret register at? A perfect C. A little bit, tiny bit flat. So it isn't even worth making that adjustment to intonate this, but we'll do it just so it's a tiny bit flat. So that means we're gonna chase the tuner, whichever way the tuner is going. So it's a little flat, so we wanna move the saddle towards it just a tiny bit. So that means loosening this just slightly so that moves forward. Let's tune this back up. Okay, perfect tune open. A little sharp. So what I'm saying is if that's reading a tiny bit sharp as we're doing this, then if the 12th fret does that as well, it's gonna be okay. Perfect, look at that. Perfect C at the 12th. Perfect, okay? Let's try this one, the F. So it's pretty good. It's registering the time, like just blips of sharp. See that? So as long as this does the same, yes. Okay, but let's say that the 12th fret was way sharp. We'd want to chase the tuner with the saddle by moving it back. So take some tension off. That's what I did to make the saddle, help the saddle move a little easier. Take some tension off, and then that would be tightening here because that tightening the screw pulls the saddle back, and that's the direction we want to go if it were sharp. But it's good. At least it was. Hold on. Yep. Money. Okay, let's try the G. The lower ones get harder for perfect tune. So I'm just gonna take the average if I can't get it just right. That's good. Now using the same amount of pressure here and just regular pressure here, 12th fret. A little bit flat. So what we're gonna do, loosen that, chase the tuner by moving the saddle that way. So that's gonna be loosening this screw, which is gonna move this saddle here. Okay, might need to go a little bit more, but I just wanted to be delicate at first. It's all about small movements. Good. Perfect. G there. Perfect G. Good enough. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Now low C, the hardest one. This tuner's doing a nice job actually, but it's still dancing. Okay. Close enough for a good C. 12th fret. Close enough. It's dancing the exact same way. So this guitar is well intonated right now. Beautiful. New strings, new brand, all that, and it's still just because it's set up properly. From the get-go, neck looks pretty good. Could use the tiniest tightening, but I'm not going to because I liked the way it felt. So it isn't always about sight. It's about the combination of sight and feel when it comes to any of this stuff. Balancing, small little movements till you get it dialed in. Everything's a balancing act. A little bit here, a little bit there. Mwah! I got some chuck to eat, guys. I appreciate everybody that's made it this far. Links to all the stuff I mentioned in the description below, of course. String Joy, the Trivium amp knob, everything else that I know you guys will like. Find down below. Links to other videos, stuff like that. Again, thank you to all the guys that said yes, they'd like to see this. Gave me the opportunity to turn on the cameras and film it for you. I appreciate every single one of you, especially all the guys over in the Patreon community supporting. Love you guys. You were some of the ones that asked for it as well, so happy to oblige. Appreciate everyone's support. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you all again on the next one.